Sleep Token, the result of combining all of the most surface-level, least exciting elements of Zoomer music. Slipknot, you know something went wrong somewhere with your band when you could literally remove half of the members and still sound mostly the same. Ghost, bargain bin 70s pop music disguised as a King Diamond tribute act. Linkin Park, goes to show that the unparalleled power of millennial nostalgia can protect even the corniest of bands. Tool, no one really wants to listen to a Tool song, they just use it as justification for popping some mind-altering substances on a weekday. Manowar, you know your band sucks when your guitarist turns to paedophilia just to escape it. Megadeth, the fact that a band in the so-called Big Four of thrash contains such unbearable vocals proves that metal fans really only care about guitar playing. Metallica, why go out on top and preserve your legacy when you can just keep churning out tired mediocrity and keep the money machine rolling? Korn, must feel bad for your band's entire legacy to be reduced to some weird scat noises. Deftones, pretty much only exist in the current year to provide the soundtrack to TikTok thirst trap content. Dream Theater, I can only assume that a very complex series of legally binding agreements and/or blackmail is the only reason James LaBrie has survived this band. Death, proof that being great musicians don't mean shit if you haven't got a clue how to structure a song properly. Children of Bodom, a band full of virtuoso musicians, yet not a single person who could write non-cringe lyrics. Meshuggah, just because music can be broken down into numbers and patterns doesn't mean you should approach every song like a fucking math problem. Iron Maiden, gotta give the band respect for making an entire career out of playing 3 chords over Wikipedia articles of significant historical events. Slayer, you know there's a problem when memes surrounding your band are more well known than your actual music. Wintersun, pretty much the metal band equivalent of a crypto rug pull scam. Lamb of God, there's nothing wrong with sticking to a successful formula, but when it gets to the point where it's literally impossible to differentiate one album from the next, you know you may have gone a little bit too far. Avenged Sevenfold, the band went from goth pretty boys to prog tryhards to pretentious contrarians. I guess we're still waiting for a non-cringe Avenged Sevenfold phase. Rammstein, nothing gets me going more than a bunch of aging Europeans singing about how much they enjoy female genitalia. Gojira, proof that metal fans will literally lap up anything providing the riffs are good. Spiritbox, goes to show that having 0 points in your personality trait doesn't matter, as long as your music is fine. Trivium, why focus on a specific style of metal when you can just mix loads of them together and do them all at a painfully average level? Opeth, I couldn't actually think of anything for Opeth as they've been irrelevant for so long I can't even remember what they sound like these days. Pantera, I can never decide what's higher, my respect for the great guitar playing or the levels of second-hand embarrassment I feel when listening to Pantera's music. System of a Down, the egregious amounts of quirk is novel at first, but soon gets old and starts to sound like Dr. Zeus having a heated debate with Alex Jones. Periphery, less of a band and more of a sentient neural DSP commercial. Anthrax, pretty much single-handedly undid all of the hard work that Metallica, Megadeth and Slayer put into making people take thrash seriously. Dragon Force, I suppose milking your one-hit song into the ground is much easier than writing new, good music.
Alright mate, do that, do that, do that. Nice one.